And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of MLB DFS Quick. It's your Monday, May 3rd edition. Hope everybody had a great weekend and some fun on the DFS world and just in life in general. It was a good one. Lots of fun baseball going on, offense galore, a couple nice pitching things, lots of injuries, all the good and the bad that comes with MLB baseball in general and MLB DFS. But we'll get right at it for you. Got a 10-game slate on Monday to get for you. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter at BDintric or join the free Fantasy DJ Slack chat. Lots of fun up in those streets. All kinds of good stuff there. If you like some of my written content, it's at rotoballer.com. Premium value articles Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The free DK picks Tuesdays and Thursdays. Also writing the outfield waiver wire column for season long for Sundays. So go check that stuff out. Bench with Bubba coming at you 3 times this week. Got some special guests lined up for you. The normal Bubba and the Bat Flip will record on Tuesday. And Wednesday and Thursday, got some dandies for you. So go check out Bench with Bubba. Give a rate and review on that stuff. Give a rate and review for MLB DFS Quick Hits. It helps me out a ton as well. All the good stuff there. And you can watch the podcast on YouTube at RotoBaller's YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and share all of that. All right, 10-game slate. Let's get crack-a-lacking. We don't have all the totals yet. Milwaukee at Philadelphia, total of 9. Dodgers, Cubs, Wrigley Field version, waiting on that one. Rangers, Twins, total of 8.5. Giants, Rockies, total of 10. Rays, Angels, 7.5. Jays, A's, 8.5. Waiting on some others because there's a lot of pitching that's kind of up in the air that we're waiting for. So things may change as the day goes on Monday. So keep an eye on that. But for now, we'll attack it the best we can. And we'll start with our highest priced pitcher on the board, Tyler Glasnow, $10,300 at the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Glasnow has been absolutely outstanding. The new slider, cutter, slutter, as he calls it, has been just great. Over 20, almost 24 DK points in all but one start, 19.3 or more in every single start this year. 6 or more innings in 5 of his 6 starts. He has 10 or more Ks in 2 straight. In 3 of his last 4, he's got 6 or more Ks in every start. The dude's been absolutely outstanding, going up against an Angels team that is very, very hot and cold to me. Striking out over 21% of the time versus right-handed pitching. A little bit of pop there because of Jared Walsh and Trout and Ohtani, of course. But Ohtani is going to be pitching. We'll see how long he stays in the game because once they yank him off the mound, he leaves the lineup. So keep that in mind as well. But Glasnow at 10-3, if you're paying all the way up, that's where you're going. Walker Buehler's 9,600 at the Cubs. Check out the weather on that one as we get more info on Monday for that. I like Buehler quite a bit, but it's very, very up and down. The Cubs' offense is very, very up and down as well. They are striking out 27% of the time versus right-handed pitching with a WRC plus of 87. So if you want to go to Buehler to be contrarian at 96, you can. For me, it's just pay up for Glasnow. That's what we're doing. Aaron Savali, $8,900 at the Kansas City Royals. I like this one quite a bit. Savali brings a great 15-plus point floor into the action. We've seen almost 30-point upside already this season. 6 or more innings pitched in 4 of 5 starts. He's gone over 7 innings in 3 of 5. That's absolutely outstanding. 2 runs or less in 3 of 5. 4 runs or less in every start. Strikeouts have been there for the most part, not a ton, 4 to 6 per outing. That's kind of the biggest downfall when you start looking at Savali. Other than that, it's pretty solid stuff. Kansas City Royals team that is, if I can see where they are here, they striking out almost 23% of the time versus right-handed pitching. WRC plus a 104 with a batting average of 240 versus righty. So Savali makes for a nice play at $8,900. Nice cash game play, I'd say. Decent floor with some upside at $8,900. Going cheaper, Adam Wainwright at 8,000, supposed to be coming off the COVID IL on Monday, making the start for the Cardinals. He's been great this season. Back-to-back starts of nearly 30 or more points. He basically has 14 or more in 4 straight starts. 2 runs or less in 3 of his last 4. He has 6 or more Ks in 4 straight starts. He's been very, very good. Now he gets a New York Mets team coming off Monday night or Sunday night baseball. Big win over Philadelphia. Traveling to St. Louis late at night to play a nice ball game on Monday. A Mets team striking out nearly 24% of the time versus right-handed pitching, hitting 230 with a 117 ISO and an 88 WRC plus. I think Waino's a nice play at 8,000. Another nice cash game type play with the GPP upside. Talking GPP upside, Shohei Ohtani at $7,600. I'm not going to play Kenta Maeda at 78 on DK, 69 on FanDuel. Kenta Maeda becomes very intriguing in tournaments. I'm just going to say that much. If you want to punt pitching in your tournaments on FanDuel, Maeda is intriguing. But we're back to DK. Shohei Ohtani at $7,600. We know it's always a crapshoot on what Shohei we're going to get, how many pitches. Like he threw 75 pitches over 5 innings, but the strikeouts are always there. Got him 21 points. He is a strikeout machine. He gets you 5+ innings. He's still trying to work back up because of the injuries and whatnot. but he's facing a Tampa Bay offense that you can just pick on. We have been picking on them like crazy, striking out 25% of the time for striking out pitching, 219 average, 96 ISO. I think that's generous because their bats are ice cold. So Shohei at 76 is a phenomenal GPP play for me. I like it quite a bit. It's risky. That's why it's a GPP play. But the price point for what he can bring you, like what if they let him go 90 plus pitches? And all of a sudden he's going 6+ innings. At this price point, there's no other pitcher on the slate, price per dollar, that can match that. So at $7,600, I'm on board for sure. Tyler Anderson at 7,000 is a decent value if you want him. But the value I'm going to, and the value that pretty much everybody and their mom's going to go to, is Daniel Lynch of the Kansas City Royals at $4,000 at home against Cleveland Indians. The young Daniel Lynch, who got his feet wet last year in the 2020 season, one of the top draft picks for the Royals, I believe, 2 years ago. He's been getting loose, getting ready to go to AAA to start the year, and he's getting the call on Monday to come make a start for your Royals. He's been absolutely outstanding, big-time arm. This is like everything you want from a young arm, and especially a young arm at $4,000. Like this is wild. He's a lefty, so that's something to keep in mind. You got a Cleveland Indians team that strikes out a little over 20% of the time versus left-handed pitching. $198 average, $168 ISO, 87 WRC plus. So not a ton of strikeouts, but not a lot of thump to scare you either. Lynch, I on paper, if he was ready to go to AAA to start the season, he's been in the minor league camps. He should be stretched out already to go 5+ innings. He's $4,000. He's a mid-priced outfielder. Like these are he's the same price as Evan Longoria in Coors Field tonight. So Lynch at 4K, he's gonna be chalkier than chalk. I'm starting him out in cash right out the gate, cash game play, and I'm gonna be very intrigued to have him in tournaments. What I'd have a Cleveland stack somewhere, depending on how many lineups you're doing, but definitely would have Daniel Lynch action just because he does so much for your lineups, so much for what you're doing. Recapping, you got Glasnow up top, Buehler if you want, but I prefer Glasnow pretty easily. Savali at 89, Wainwright at 8,000, like both of them. Tyler Anderson at 7K, Daniel Lynch at 4,000, and one Shohei Ohtani at $7,600. Going to the bats on this 10-game slate, catcher's position, like Realmuto's always intriguing. Perez is swinging a good bat, Salvi that is. But if you want to save some cash, Dom Nunez and Coors, not going to pay $49 for that, but Buster Posey at 48, a little more intrigued there. I do like Will Smith at 46 to be a little different because most people look at the Coors bats that they're paying up. Will Smith against Hendricks. Hendricks has been dog poop. So keep that in mind. In that one, Sean Murphy's been heating up a bit. He's 44, but not sure I'm paying that price point for him. But we can save some cash, as usual, at the catcher's position. See if maybe Stallings is back. He got hit in the face on Sunday, so he might not be playing. But Stallings at 35 versus Lamet, because I love targeting Lamet, period, plus the bullpen right afterwards, because I don't see him lasting too long. So you got that going for you. And then you also have some value plays that come out, like Kinzer of St. Louis is 2,800 versus Lucchesi. Really solid value play for you there. Tom Murphy from Seattle, $2,600 versus Kramer. Nice value point for you there. You got Nottingham as a nice value as well in that situation for Milwaukee at 21 hundo. Nottingham went deep on Sunday. So keep those ones in mind. And Danny Jansen's 21 as well for Toronto. So lots of catcher's value if you want it. Lots and lots. First base position, you got a lot of options here. But like Rhys Hoskins, dude just keeps mashing. He's 52 hundo. All aboard that train. Carlos Santana's swinging it good, but I don't think he's $5,000 good, but he's swinging it good. I'd rather Rhys at 52 if I could have my choice, which I can. Trey Mancini at 48, Baltimore stacking at Swanson, very, very, very much in play. You got CJ Cron at 46. Colorado already was going to be a good stack, but Aaron Sanchez is such a pitch-to-contact pitcher. They're going to be very, very popular. But Cron at 46, not too shabby. I don't mind Matt Olson, lefty-lefty against Mats at 44 in a tournament. That's not bad. Ty France against Kramer. France first base, second base at 39. If you're still fading Kenta Maeda, which is fine, Nate Lowe at 38 is not too shabby. If you want to go there, I think that France at 39 is pretty nice as well. Brandon Belt and Coors Field, $3,400. Yep, that'll work. That'll do. As I say, that'll do donkey. So yeah, Belt at 3,400 against Marquez. Nice value in Coors Field. A few others. Alex Kirilloff is only $2,900. First base outfield against Dane Dunning. Sign me up. He's only, crushing baseballs. He's had 4 homers in the last 3 games. He's on fire, like we've talked about. He's hit safely in like 6 straight games. 2,900 against Dunning. Sign me up. First base outfield eligible. Cash game play. GPP upside. That should do it for the position. Oh, the last one I want to mention. Matt Adams started on Sunday. If he starts again on Monday for Colorado, he's $3,100 in Coors against Aaron Sanchez. So keep that one in mind. Second base positioning, like Whit Merrifield's always intriguing, but Ryan McMahon and Coors at 51 definitely checks the box. Nick Solak's feeling it at 49. So if you want a Texas stack versus Maeda, they're affordable. That's for sure. A few others as you go down the price point. Garrett Hampson's only 4,500. Jump on that one. Colton Wong at 41. I love a Milwaukee stack versus Velasquez against Vinny V. You got Travis Shaw, who's cheap. We'll get to him. Colton Wong at 41. All aboard that train for sure. Mentioned Ty France earlier at 39. Nico Horner's 37 versus Buehler. Probably not paying that point against Buehler, just out of respect in general. See if Johnny VR starting. He's 34. Second base, third base versus Waino. That's not a bad price point for a value play. And then there'll be some others that pop up, like maybe Gavin Lux, maybe Sheldon Noyce, Joe Panic, Matt Carpenter again at 24. I'll go right back to that price point. It's too freaking good. So see what the lineups look like for some of the value at second base. Third base, you got Joe Ram, 5,300 against Lynch. If you're not using Lynch, that definitely plays in that one. Mentioned McMahon already. You have Machado versus the lefty Anderson at 5K. So some nice options up top, but Justin Turner versus pitch to contact Kyle Hendricks at 49. I got Arenado versus Lucchesi at 47. Both not bad plays. If you want to save some money, Chapman versus Matz at 43 is very solid. The Oakland bats are on fire. Matz was pitching great. Got beat up in Dunedin his last time out. Does he bounce back in Oakland? We'll see. You got Longo and Coors at 4,000. Alec Baum is swinging a hot bat. He's 38. So you got value at third base if you want it. There's options up top we talked about. Really good options, but there's value as well. Like Travis Shaw at 35. And your Milwaukee stack, Shaw, Wong, and company, very affordable. Very, very affordable. So Hunter Dozier at 33 if you're fading Savali. Dozier went deep on Sunday. I'm a Dozier believer. Maybe it's a detriment to mine, but definitely a believer. Shortstop position, you got Tatis, you got Bo Bichette, who's on fire. Lindor against Waino, but like Javi Baez, probably not. Corey Seager, though, $4,800 versus Hendricks. Like that price tag a lot if you're paying up. Otherwise, save some cash. You got Paul DeJong at 41. Didi went deep on Thursday. He's only 39. That's a good value for him. Luis Urias against Velasquez. Urias went deep against Dustin May on Saturday. He's 34. Another nice value in Milwaukee. Very, very cheap. Other than that, though, at the shortstop position, you have to see what comes out. But one of the cheapies I really, really like, and I thought he was down here. He must have been in a different position. Oh, there he is. Outfield shortstop eligible, swinging a very nice bat. Let me give you the actual numbers of late. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's hitting 6 straight, 8 of his last 10. He has double-digit points in 3 of his last 6. He's hitting 290 over his last 10 games, averaging about 7 points per game. He's $2,600. Shortstop outfield eligible. Mauricio Dubon playing in Coors Field. Phenomenal price point. Just if you're curious, he's the cover boy on my premiums article on Monday at RotoBaller. Outfield position on this one, there's going to be a ton to choose from as usual. You got Buxton, you got Cruz against Dunning. Very, very good looks. Bryce Harper at 58 versus Hauser. Very solid. Lefties versus Hauser is a big boy play. So keep him on your mind. A few others. Chris Bryant double-donged on Sunday. He's just on fire, but it's Buehler, so it'd be a very contrarian play if you go there. But Laureano went deep. He's 52 versus Matz. Will Myers loves hitting lefties. He's 5K. Myers has been pretty quiet of late, hitting $160 over his last 10. But good contrarian plays up to 5K, which is tough to stomach, but good contrarian play. Mark Canha at 48. So the A's are priced up versus Matz. Kind of tells you a little bit of something there if you read between the tea leaves. Garrett Hampson at $4,500. Jared Walsh at 45. Nice contrarian play versus Glass now. But like Cedric Mullins at 43, he's been swinging it very well, leading off against Swanson. I like that a lot in that matchup. Jordan Luplow versus a lefty at 41. If you're not using Lynch, good play for Luplow. But like Ramel Tapia, leading off in Coors versus Sanchez at 4K. Phenomenal price point. Like the DK, as usual, missed some of this FanDuel stuff. A few others here as you go down the price point. Like Grichuk's swinging well. It is against Montas, though, so be a little careful there. He's 39. Austin Slater at 37. Might not play with the righty-righty. Mitch Haniger, though, is only 37 versus Kramer. Great price point, leading off in that one. Gregory Polanco in a tournament at 36 versus Lamet. Don't hate it. Don't hate that at all. Adolis Garcia at 36 versus Maeda. AJ Pollock's only 35. He's only 21 on FanDuel, which is crazy. But Pollock at 35 versus Hendricks. Pollock went deep again on Sunday at 7 RBIs. Got Alex Dickerson and Coors only 3,500. The Giants are cheap, everybody. Play the Giants against Marquez, please. I got Joey Gallo, not a bad value. Carlson, not a bad value as usual. I think Max Kepler's phenomenal value at $3,400 coming back from the COVID IL. He's been back for 2 games now. He's put up 4 points and 5 points. We know what he can do. He's streaky at times, but $3,400 is a great price point against Dane Dunning. It's one of those, the price is going to climb quickly. You got Dozier at 33. Talked about that already. Austin Hayes, another great price point for Baltimore at 33. Hayes is on fire right now. Averaging over 10 points per game over his last 10, 21-9, 14-7 over his last 4. Really swinging it well. 2 homers in his last 3 games, $3,300. Pairs up nice and cheap with Mullins. Josh Naylor's not doing too bad, but lefty, I'll stay away. But like Avisail Garcia at 31 versus Vinny V. Manny Margot, he's been cold. If Haggerty cracks the lineup, he's 31 versus Kramer. That's nice. Benintendi's hot. He's 3K. But like Willie Calhoun leading off at 3K, yeah, that's a great price point versus Maeda. DJ Stewart at 3K versus Swanson. If you're stacking Baltimore, solid value. We already mentioned Kirilloff at 29. Yes. We love Stephen Piscotty versus lefties. He's $2,900 for Steven Matz. Great value. Tyler O'Neill's hitting everything. He's $2,800 versus Lucchesi. Jackie Bradley Jr. is only 28 versus Velasquez for your cheap Milwaukee stack. Jonathan Daza. He's not a world beater, but he starts every day in Colorado. He's $2,800 in Colorado. Dirt cheap. Keep him in mind. Tommy Pham's $2,700. Dubon's 26, like we talked about. There's going to be more value that comes out because the Giants are all beat up. Maybe Stephen Duggar gets a start. He's like free. So keep an eye on the outfield as usual. All the value relies in the outfield. All right, recapping your pitching real quick. Tyler Glasnow leads the way up top at 10-3. Buehler at 96. Don't hate it. It works. I got Savali at 89. Like that quite a bit, especially for cash. Same with Waino at 8,000. Love Shohei in tournaments at 76. All aboard that train. Tyler Anderson at 7K is on a bad cheapie, but for me, it's Daniel Lynch. That's where I'll be going. Like mainly it's Glasnow, Savali, Waino, Ohtani, and Lynch. Those are my main targets right now as we get to building stacks, though. You can do a ton. Like Baltimore and Seattle, both very, very much in play. The Dodgers versus Hendricks, Milwaukee versus Vinny V, like that quite a bit. And it's cheap. Giants and Coors, very cheap. Rockies and Coors are obviously in play. Texas versus Maeda, Oakland versus Mats. Lots and lots of ways to go on this slate. So that's where you hit me up on Twitter at BDintric. You come join the free fantasy DJ and Slack chat. All the good stuff out there. Go check me out on Twitter at BDintric. Give a rate and review to the podcast on iTunes. The big MLB DFS quick hits. We'll be back this week with some episodes of Bench with Bubba, the always pressing PGA DFS podcast, Jesse, Kevin, and myself previewing the Wells Fargo Wells Fargo Championship at Quail Hollow. So we'll get that previewed for you and much, much more coming up this week. Go check out my written content at rotoballer.com and the video at the RotoBaller YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and share all the good stuff there. But for now, MLB DFS Quick Hits your Monday, May 3rd edition in the books. I'm out.